Okay. This section kind of is an extension of what we did in the last section. You're still looking for intercepts, domain, and range, but then we are also including increasing, decreasing, constant functions, and whether it's even, odd, or neither. Well, first of all, intercepts are where it crosses the x or y axis, and we've talked about that previously, so this should be sort of a repeat of that. So here is your graph, and your intercepts would be at negative pi and 0. It would be at pi 0, and then 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the two axes, and that's, of course, we've got really 3 x's and just one y-intercept there. Those are your intercepts. Your domain and your range. Your domain is your smallest x to your largest x. So that's negative pi to positive pi. And the endpoints are included because they're darkened circles. Your range is from the lowest point to the highest point. The y value of the lowest point is negative 3. The y value of the highest point is positive 3. So your range would be negative 3 to positive 3. Then it asks for the intervals in which the function is increasing, decreasing, or constant. You read left to right. So this is decreasing, increasing, decreasing. This function is never constant. Constant would be where it's just straight. So you read, as x gets larger, y gets smaller. That's decreasing. X is continuing to get larger, but y is also getting larger. That's increasing. X getting larger, y getting smaller is decreasing. Up and down the hill is a good way to think about increasing and decreasing. So where are you increasing? You start when x is at negative pi over 2, and it goes to x is positive pi over 2. That's increasing. Increasing and decreasing intervals are always using parentheses, so you won't ever use the bracket. Decrease, you start out decreasing from negative pi to negative pi over 2. And then you decrease again from pi over 2 to pi. Remember to give them based on the x's. What happens with x? Because you read left to right. That's normal. So that's the way you describe increasing and decreasing. Of course, there's no interval where it's constant. Then it talks about even, odd, or neither. And here's a little background on these two. An even function is symmetric to the y-axis. An odd function is symmetric to the origin. And if you'll notice, this looks a lot like what we have. This is very symmetric to the origin. If you flipped it 180 degrees, it would look exactly the same. So this is an odd function because it is symmetric to the origin. Odd function, symmetric to the origin.